little bit here over the course of the last 4 minutes here and make up some of the scoring differential, Tom.
They got the wrong shooter at the line. Shooters never cheat, and I think it might be genuine confusion on the part of Calvin, but I thought for sure Schneider's the guy that should have been at the free throw line.
No, it seemed to be that was the case, yes.
Here's Bowser right down the pipe. Boy, the shot contested, blocked, and Schuster came away with it. Great recovery there by Calvin. Here's Snickers. Can he make it happen?
Oh.
Tough try there. Schuster got a hand on it, and then Schuster got tangled up in the spokes on the way down, and he picks up the foul.
Well, that was the right play down there for Hope, Tom, because Bowser's been the guy here over the course of the last 3 or 4 minutes. He drove the lane, drew the D, and kicked it to the open guy. It just didn't go down.
3:31 remaining here in the first half. It's Kelvin 35, Hope 26. More basketball to come.
I personally am really interested in pursuing.
Our City Under Roof offers an all-inclusive lifestyle for active seniors. We have an indoor swimming pool, hot tub, and gymnasium. We offer chef-prepared menus in our 5 dining rooms, a general store, full-service bank, and beauty salon. Our Life Care contract offers you long-term protection for all levels of care under one roof.
Calvin Knights, Brent, really punching above their weight right now, playing a lot of good basketball.
Well, rebounding has been key in this game. It's been a huge story this game, actually, Tom. Calvin, 21 rebounds, 8 offensive, 13 defensive to Hope's 9. 21-9 on rebounds, 1 offensive, 8 defensive. And, here's a stat over the last 5 years. Calvin is 118 and 21 when it out-rebounds its opponents. So if that holds.
And another rebound right there from Tommy Snickers, who drives and dishes down there to Danny Rodts. Snickers has done some impressive things tonight. He knows that he's targeted. So when he goes down the lane, everybody's zeroing in on him, and then he's dumping the ball off. That's another miss, and Calvin's on the floor. Will they get it? Not quite. Oh, great play down there for Hope to get it back, and Bowser's got an uncontested 3.
Yeah, he's dialed in right now, Tom, in all phases of this basketball game.
But still, his team down 8. And giving up a lot more points than their coach is comfortable with, I'm sure. Lob inside over the top of Snickers. He was boxed out pretty effectively there by Bowser. Calvin will get Powell out of the game, and also will remove DeYoung, and coming back on Tyler Cruz, and who else checked back in? I think it was Brink who ducked in there for Calvin as well. For Hope right now, you've got Snuggerud, the guy with the basketball right now. This is Tanis, his best look in a while. Puts it down for 2.
Wide open shot.
Good jump shot off the bounce for Tanis, 37-31. Calvin's done a lot of good work here. They don't want to let it all go to waste right in the last 2 minutes before the end of the first half. Hope fighting back here now. Here's Snickers. Well, he went into a lot of traffic that time. Very bad play. Bowser goes down, drives, scores, and gets the foul.
No fear, Tom. We've been talking about it all night. Will Bowser has been taking it straight to the rack. Pull-up jumpers. When he gets a peek at it, he's playing great right now for Hope. No question about it.
Boy, good strong play. Bowser setting up on Rodts. I thought that maybe you could have called that a no call there. I think Rodts kind of fell to get out of the way. It wasn't a lot of contact, but full march to Bowser now with a 3-point play. Unofficially now I have him with 13. Here's Calvin sloppy with the basketball. Rodts saves him this time, but Calvin really in need of a little better floor generalship here.
8-0 run by Hope.
Pass, and that's going to be a foul inside. Brian Haberdink gets fouled on the back cut there. He has a chance now for a couple at the line. Yeah, Calvin had a total of 5, a triple and 2 free throws in 3 tries here in the first half.
Well, I think Matt Neal obviously wants to get this thing a little bit closer here before halftime, and he's inside of hope here the rest of the way here in the first half.
5-point lead now, Brent, for Calvin at 39-34. In the ball game right now again is Chris Ray. Bowser, though, is feeling confident on the dribble and moving without the ball. Overway got doubled in the corner, got himself into a pickle. Tanis for three. Woo! Just like to get to the locker room with the lead now. Hope has been on fire here the last couple of minutes.
Yes, they have.
Brink to the basket. Nice little dump down there by Jordan Brink, the freshman. His first bucket of the ball game. Side the final minute here in the first half tonight at the DeVos Fieldhouse in this MIAA game. Nice dish inside and a good put away there. Snuggerud with his second basket of the ball game. Once again, a 2-point contest.
Overway drew the D there, 3 Calvin defenders, and dumped it off, and it worked to perfection.
This is Rodts for 3. Danny Rodts and Calvin with a great output, 44 points. Let's see if Hope tries to take it all the way down for the final shot. They'll get a 30-second timeout here. And with 21.9 seconds remaining, it seems almost certain now that Calvin will have the lead at the intermission. But more importantly, Brent, they're scoring more than 2 points a minute here in the first half, and that is a great output playing on the road. They're on target for almost 90 in this one.
Yeah, they absolutely are, Tom. And I can't remember the last time I saw a Calvin Hope game where both teams in the first half, eclipsed the 40-point mark. A lot of times, they play in the 20s in the first half. But, thanks to the 3-point bombs going in tonight from both sides, it's been pretty amazing.
Well, these teams have shot well. They've shot well from the outside. And that's the kind of shooting that we're talking about. I couldn't tell who that was, if that was Tanis' last basket or what, but there have been some guys knocking it down from way, way deep. All sorts of players with triples in this game. Rodts with 13 to lead Calvin. 12 points for Bowser and 11 points for Ty Tanis. And both Bowser and Tanis have done a lot of damage. Crombeen is back on for this final possession. He'll try to get it going off the bounce. Crombeen ran into a double. Tanis, pretty good defense by Habernick. Oh my goodness, that was insane to go into the locker room. 44-42. Tanis with a remarkable three-point shot in the last 3 minutes of the half. Both outscores Calvin by a score of 16-7. Man, we are seeing some kind of basketball here tonight. And let's go down right now with Ryan Terpstra, who's with Tim Van Dyke.
Well, Coach, you guys had a comfortable lead there for a little bit. Now a hope flurry. How do you respond with this young team at halftime?
Well, we just got to take care of the ball a little bit better, when we don't point.
All right, thanks very much, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Tom?
All right, thank you, Ryan. Just a fantastic half of basketball, and just when you thought you've seen the greatest. Some points from its expected cast of characters. That's Tom Snickers, who only had 1 bucket in the first half. That was it. But his partner in crime, Danny Rodts, that's the part of his game that has really grown. He's a much more effective and confident outside shooter than he was earlier in his career. This guy helped out. He was one of the bit players that came in. Brad Schneider's had a couple of buckets for Calvin. But we talked about Bowser really coming alive in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Driving down, scoring there off the steal. He later added a 3-point play in a very similar fashion. And there's the one at the end of the half. Ty Tanis way, way out, almost near the half-court circle, Brent, but putting down that 3 that gave his team a shot of adrenaline going into the locker room at halftime, 44-42.
Getting back to Tom Snickers' line, obviously, Tom, he hasn't quite shown up yet in the scoring column.
Gentex Corporation is a producer of automotive vision systems and displays. Their electronic products, designed and manufactured here in Zeeland, Michigan, are used by car makers across the globe. Gentex strives to put employees first, creating an entrepreneurial spirit that drives innovation. Gentex has openings for entry and senior-level engineering candidates. You can learn more online at Gentex.
Himself as a threat offensively, not necessarily as a scorer, but he can't be a guy out there just looking to dish, because they know Calvin knows him well enough. They know his game is to penetrate and then look for the kick out. they've got guys that can stand beyond the arc who will get to the spot. Crombie's going to have to, they're going to have to honor him for hope to be successful here as we get started with the second half. Really having a fine game here tonight for Calvin. Rodts now with 16 in this one. And here's Danny Rodts with the basketball again after the miss. Snickers looking to go. Lefty shot wouldn't go, and the rebound pulled out of there by Nate Snuggerud. Here is a foul that's going to be underneath. That will go against Brink, and the guy going to the line will be Adam Dickerson.
Up-tempo basketball here for both teams to start the second half, Tom.
I think Calvin a little bit upset Kevin Vandestreek. His team gets off with that triple here, then they get in the ball game. 4-point game, Calvin on top. Great work done that time by Schuster, who had all sorts of people around him. He had to work hard to get that carom. Calvin now with Brink, Rodts, Powell. Here's Snickers. Cut off. Schuster. Powell can hit from there. Not this time, though. Ty Tanis.
Hope good defense down on the blocks that time, Tom.
That's not one you want to let Brian Powell have. Tanis, very, very tough shot again. 16 now for Tanis. And here's Powell looking to go, and he threw that one right up into the waiting arms of two players, Crombie and Snuggerud. Calvin, though, will retain possession. Rodts with Bowser. Boy, it's been a great matchup here tonight. Both guys giving it to the other guy at the offensive end. Snickers looking for some space. Calvin having a hard time getting into a set here. Vandestreek telling his guys to start moving without the basketball. Shot clock down to 6. Snickers going to have to make it happen here. Tough jump shot was blocked partially by Snuggerud. And here comes Hope. They can take the lead with a triple here. Crombie was cut off. Bowser against Snickers. Little jump hook around and down to tie it. It's Nate Snuggerud, the sophomore from Zeeland, with 6 now. We're tied at 47.
Hope down double digits in this game in the first half, Tom, and they've fought their way back nicely to tie it here.
Danny Rodts lost it out of bounds. That was, in truth, a pretty tough ball to try to corral from Brian Powell, and Snickers not happy about being pulled from the game here, but he's going to get some conversation from the coaches. Hope, which trailed by more than 10 late in the first half, now has a chance to recapture the lead. First tie in about 10 minutes. Here is Crombie, and there's a good rebound by Powell. Powell had numbers. He should have moved the ball a little bit more quickly, but again, he's not a natural point guard. Schuster looking to go. Easy looked at that. Tanis. Schuster looking to go. Lays it off for the little man. Oh, that ball should have been passed. Schuster's going to get it back anyway.
Calvin's got that size advantage here with Schuster in there, Tom.
Boy, just when you think they're going to be overtaken, Brent, they come back with Schuster making a couple of big plays.
Yep.
Good defense by Rodts. Calvin pulls it out of there. Nice combination work with Brian Haverdink, the guy that came into the game to replace Snickers. And now a block off the dribble on Crombie. That's going to be his 3rd foul, I do believe. Crombie picks up number 3, and the foul's starting to pile up a little bit. There are.
Well, Crombie's going to have to take a seat now for a little while, Tom, and obviously that's not going to help him get going like we discussed before this half started. So the offensive scoring is going to have to come elsewhere for the Flying Dutchman here, as it has all night, actually.
When you talk about the fouls piling up, Brent, there's 3 guys for Calvin with 2, Crombie the first one to 3. So nobody in huge trouble. Schuster, whoa, Nelly.
Well, he's in range